Hey, Adam, we need to come up with a cold opener.
We always need to come up with a cold opener. You got any
So, what do
ideas?
you? I don't know. What do you want to do?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing today.
Dude, you're supposed to say, I don't know. What do you want to do? And also
Okay,
say, no. What do you want to do?
I.
Duh! You ruined it. Just play the music.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam,
I'm Tim.
and this week we got a whole bunch of news and we got results for you guys. And yes, Tim still can predict more correct, have more
And the
correct
champ is
predictions than I do. It's such a sad sight.
I'll wait until we get to the actual Elimination Chamber to give the grand total of wins to losses and predictions and how comparison I am. But yeah,
Okay.
you can't. You have to just destroy me in the next several predictions.
I'm not going to be able to do that. You know that, man. It's just not going to happen.
Not that your current go, not that way. All right, let's jump into the first news piece.
All right, let's jump right into the news. We have from an interview from Kota Ibushi regarding what he's going to be
Kota
doing.
Ibushi on the phone. We're gonna interview him.
No, we don't have it. Somebody else did the interview for Shoe Pro.
You actually got me hyped up to actually interested in what we're going to talk about.
Oh, that's so sad. Anyway, no, Kota Ibushi said that he was staying with New Japan, and when asked why he wasn't, maybe following Kenny and going to AEW, he said that to him it would be the end of the line for him. Where he had nothing left to achieve.
Yeah, because the article came out. I heard this that he was staying a few weeks ago. And then this article came up that confirmed it. And he said this. The philosophy said in the art there. And when he said he actually uses the words, it would be the end of his career, which makes you wait. Does he think if he went there he would lose? His career would be ruined? Because that's what it sounds like.
Right.
But it's not what he means. It literally means he has nowhere left to go. He has nowhere else. Once he makes it to the top, in his mind, that would be the top. Ironically, not the WWE is the top. Because you got to be interested. He's been with the WWE. Not officially signed, but with the Cruiserweight Classic, he was a participant in. He did some stuff with NXT. He sees what that it's like there. And he didn't sign a contract. That tells you something. Maybe the terms wasn't ideal enough what he thought he deserved. We don't know. I haven't seen anything that really explained why he didn't sign with WWE. But because people were saying that if he did sign, he would have won the classic. He would have won it.
Maybe the environment in the backstage wasn't what he was looking for. Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know. I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. was also in the same tournament. So it just comes down to maybe they weren't offering. Zack didn't get offered a contract. I know Ibushi was offered, but he turned it down. I just don't know what the reason was, why. He's been worked with WWE, so he clearly sees something that he just doesn't want to do there. So AEW he sees as the top stone, but if he goes there now, he has nowhere else to go. He can't, unless Ring of Honor all of a sudden became a third big player and blew up the water, which is not going to happen in the next 15 years.
No, not really.
So he wants to stick to New Japan, and also the whole tagline, of change the world, like change the universe, as Jericho likes to call it. He feels you can do that in New Japan. You don't need to do this whole start your own promotion, all that stuff. So that's different ideals was the reason why. Also, a big part of it is that he'd have to move to America. That's
Right.
That's a big thing. You have to move to America. That means if he has a family, he's moving his family to America. Picking
It's
up
a
English.
huge move.
Yeah, picking up English, which I think he actually knows English.
Yes, he does.
But still, it's not his native language, so he'd still want to improve on that. That's still a lot more work for an English audience. We've seen Nakamura hampered on the main roster because of it. He did fine in New Japan. I mean, in NXT with that.
Yeah, it doesn't make
'cause he
sense,
knows how
but
to-
whatever.
Because Triple H trusted him to get the message of what he wanted to in the limited way he could speak through his emotions and other actions. But so there's a big thing there, but it is what it is. Hopefully, New Japan will come to terms with AEW, and we'll get to see Kota Ibushi in AEW matches at some point.
I mean, because
he did say,
I
go ahead.
I think for New Japan, the biggest reason that they wanted to, that also AEW was reaching out to New Japan to share talent, was because, Kenny, it's Kenny. Of course, you want to put him back on a New Japan stage so that he can shine in Japan again, because he shines there so wonderfully.
Oh yeah, the fans over there love him. It's a huge loss that he's not there anymore. So they definitely want him back, and they want the Young Bucks back too.
Yeah.
Like that was they were a big part of their tag division. Not that they don't have anyone who can't fill that role, but they were a big important part.
Yeah, it's not like, their New Japan's tag division and pretty much every one of their divisions isn't like how the WWE treats them, where they're, if one person is missing, i.e. Roman Reigns, the entire division feels empty.
Yeah. No.
They're like, no, we
actually
have, if you pull the Young Bucks out, we still have a very full division here.
But the Young Bucks do leave a hole. But
yes,
when in pro wrestling, when someone leaves, it opens that hole. Especially if it's a big hole, it leaves for more talent, younger talent, to come in and fill that. Maybe it may not be right away, but it gives more opportunity. Also, lets other division people in the tag division to step up a game, because let's be honest, the Young Bucks and Kenny were primarily booked around. Like they weren't always in prominent matches.
Right.
So this allows other people to now get that opportunity.
Yep.
So, but hopefully they'll work it out. Because I would love to see Kota Ibushi in AEW, because he said in the interview, Kota, that he's going to end his career in New Japan.
Right.
Like he's not going anywhere else. This is his home from now on. So that's, it's a great thing for him if that's what he wants to do. Maybe he can be the one who takes the IWGP Heavyweight Championship off of Jay White, since he's never won it.
Maybe.
Because he's super over in Japan.
Oh yeah.
And then setting up a rematch with Will Ospreay.
Actually, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see Jay White show up on an AEW show.
Oh yeah, so would I. Because as much hype as AEW has, they're going to be a major player in North America. New Japan wants to expand to North America. What better way to do it is to bring your champion over with his belt, and have a prominent spot in one of the pay-per-views, or in a short-term feud.
Yeah.
It helps elevate him, so when they come back and Jay White as the champion comes back, or even if he's not the champion, he comes back, people see him as that big star, and they can be used to help fuel that.
Well,
Um,
even better is you can build the entire thing around an invasion angle from the Bullet Club.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh no, you totally can, and set it up
Oh,
for
you
1 year.
I wouldn't do it though.
It's a 1 year
So,
storyline, and very
it would be
slowly,
an
like
interesting-
Jay White shows up at first, and of course he has to bring the Bullet Club with him because he's in enemy territory. Come on, these are all former Bullet Club guys that got kicked out. So
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I think an invasion angle would be interesting since it would actually be another company invading,
exactly.
not a made up company. No, an actual
Right.
company, another company invading. Though I think it would probably play off better if you had someone like Ring of Honor doing it, because they're already here. You don't have to fly people out to North America to do it when you're doing stuff. Also, you can have that tension of these were guys we helped make stars and they abandoned us and are trying to take our talent by starting their own promotion. You could have that natural war
All right.
there. But only time will tell. Hopefully, even Ring of Honor will come along to the idea of doing a talent exchange, because I mean I get why they don't want to right now because they're biting for the same pool of talent.
Yeah, they're two companies vying for the same talent. At the
But
same
here's the
time,
thing.
though, two companies vying for the same talent sharing would be a
Yes.
great idea.
But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You could work part of your talent relations agreement is like no, they won't approach each other's talent, like their top signed talent, and they can use them on there, but they won't approach them, poach them.
Right.
But also because the main thing is here is if you're gonna say we're not gonna work with them because we're going after the same talent pool, well, here's the thing, AEW has more money. AEW is going to be
Yeah.
a bigger market share than Ring of Honor is. Ring of Honor is growing and is going to get a bigger piece of the pie slowly, unless Sinclair Network actually decides to pump more money in to help advance that a little bit faster. They're going to be that small niche that's going to slowly grow over the next 50 years to a big player at some point if they don't make bad decisions.
Right.
And actually we'll have a third full major promotion, but they're not going to be able to compete with AEW for the same talent pool. Like the cons have a lot more money,
Right. That's what it comes
So-
down to.
and not just that, but again, a bigger platform. So when people in Ring of Honor who feel like they've done everything they could in Ring of Honor and want a bigger platform, WWE is not the only market now where they're going to be sent to NXT.
That's true.
They're going to be sent. They could be
That's
used
true.
right on the main stage. So it's one of those things where it would work out better. And also, that's the issue we've had here in the States. No other promotions really link up to each other,
No.
work with each
Not
other.
at all.
And that's an issue. And that's why I think they need to start. If they start doing that, you'll actually be able to make the indie scene even more popular because you're bringing people from these smaller promotions and they can come in wearing that promotion's merch
Yeah.
and give them a pop and say, hey, you should definitely check us out. Not obviously that direction, but you say, I'm from this promotion, and people are like, oh, they like this person. Guess what? Those people are who more mainstream who like AEW who came over and watched may go and check out this other promotion. Start checking out some of these indie promotions. That's what
Yeah,
happened
that's
with
true.
ECW right before the Attitude Era happened. They got
Yeah.
some time on. They took over Raw one night. And I'm guaranteed that some of the people, not probably a huge bump because it was right before the Attitude Era, so they were still figuring out the end of the new era.
Yeah, there was
New
a lot of
generation.
contention backstage.
Yeah, so it's but and the ratings weren't as high, but they guarantee there was probably some people who saw Rob Van Dam in a I'm gonna check out ECW
Yeah.
because I liked him. That's somebody could do. That was cool. So they probably helped get a ratings bump a little bit for ECW. So it's just one of those things. All right, what else do you got on the?
You know what? Speaking of of a grand stage, we're gonna have DX up on stage for the Hall of Fame.
Yes, DX is going into the Hall of Fame. So the official,
entirety of DX.
Yes, it is going to be Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, China
Yep.
is going in, and Billy Gunn, which I saved Billy Gunn for the last because, interesting enough, he's working for AEW right now.
You are still missing someone else.
No, there's no one else. Not missing anyone else.
Sean Waltman.
I
He doesn't have the heat that he used to, okay, man?
know. That's why I left him out. Because of the heat. No. Sean Waltman, X-Pac is there too.
He also did on Twitter kind of leak that they already knew. They just had to wait to announce it and to be able to say anything.
They generally try to let the people know, at least the first people they're going to announce, around no later than beginning of January. Generally, is when they try to start telling people.
Yeah.
At least the headliners.
Yeah, DX is a headliner.
They're gonna be the headliner. They're absolutely gonna be the headliner. Because there's rumors that Undertaker was going to be in the Hall of Fame, going in the Hall of Fame, and he's a headliner. They're not bringing him in for this one.
No, they're not.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But it's great to see that they're actually putting in China because of, we know there's history between her, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon. But she was
I'm just saying at this point, this is how WWE is going to bury the hatchet regarding China.
Yeah. I mean, it's too bad she's not alive to actually go in.
Right.
To be there, unfortunately. But this is a great way to do it. I know there's a lot of people worried about putting her into the Hall of Fame because of her after she left the WWE. And if you Google China, you will find her porn movie.
Yep.
Or her sex tape with Sean Waltman.
Yep. Which it makes even better X-Pac going in as well.
Yes. But clearly they've decided that it's not that big of an issue. And they'll deal with it, but it's good to see that they're all going in. But again, I still love, something tells me this is them trying to maybe rule Billy Gunn back into the company. Now that he's working as a producer for AEW before they even do their first show.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, dude, if you ever want to come back, the door's open, and we'll make it worth your while. And he's just like, yeah, I'm making this much money over there. And they're like,
we can't do that.
Vince is like, I'm not going to do that. Like, Timberlake's like, I would pay you that, but Vince won't.
Yeah.
So, but it's good to see this because DX was such an important part, such a great faction. And they need to start putting more factions into the Hall of Fame.
They need to start using factions on their shows currently.
Well, that's not going to happen until after Vince leaves because Vince hates factions for God knows reasons why.
There's such a brilliant move to keep people, hey, this you've got your lower mid-card guy. Well, you put him in a faction. You don't put a bunch of them together. You do, and you call it the Job Squad. Brilliant move.
Here's the thing. That most wrestling companies will have big factions that are on the main event level. And WWE never really did that. I mean, DX eventually was kind of the two, Triple H and Shawn. Yeah, in China, I never really saw them as a faction. I just kind of saw them just there.
Yeah.
Because they weren't outside of the Hart Foundation for a short period of time, where the numbers were very skewed in the Hart Foundation's favor.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't really a faction feud going on, so I didn't really consider them a faction because they didn't really compete against another faction to compete against. Also, just they didn't have that vibe. When
They did
Shawn,
originally come across more as a tag team.
yeah, but when Shawn left and they rebranded it with Triple H as the lead, X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn all joining in, it became a faction. That was a low mid-card faction.
Yeah.
And when they rebranded it. Because Triple H was just getting out of the doghouse. He was the European champion, which was meant to be a major championship so they could defend in Europe. Didn't come across that way. It became basically the third-tier championship.
Yeah.
So it was a low mid-card champion stable. The Nation of Domination was supposed to elevate Farouk into the main event and all that, but it always came across as upper to mid level, and that actually feud between the two elevated DX to mid card, and actually it also helped launch Triple H when he started going into the main event, when he turned on DX, joined the corporate ministry and all that stuff. It helped launch all that stuff. So they do a very good mid-level, low-level stables that help elevate people, but they don't really ever do good stables at the main event level. They're just not that good.
No.
The corporate ministry was McMahon. The Rock was a big part of it because the Rock, Vince was backing the Rock, but it was always seen as McMahon's stable, not the Rock's.
Yeah.
So, and it worked, but look how quickly once Vince got out of the picture, and he had to leave WWE because Austin won the title back or something like that. Austin won the title back in the Undertaker rematch at one of the pay-per-views, and Vince had to leave. By end of SummerSlam, Shane was diminishing the corporate ministry. Shows you how quickly it disappeared. It just
Yeah.
So, but if they come back and did more mid-card level factions, look at the Shield. That's like one of the few mid-card factions that made it into the main event level that worked. Of course, Seth and Dean were all when they renewed them both times. We're seeing more upper mid card to mid card, and Roman Reigns was the main event, but it still worked.
Yeah,
they still pitched. I would say they still looked at the main event there because they were being used promptly against non-main event people because their upper talent is sucking right now. But at the same time, it was pictured as that. So it's good to see. So congratulations, DX. Yeah. You deserve it. I can't wait for when they finally put in Evolution.
All right.
And
next up, dude, we've got the situation between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. What the hell's going on, dude?
Or as you like to put it,
are we getting trolled
WWE
by WWE?
Until they officially announced that Charlotte's not going to be in the main event, they're not listening to their fans. They're doing what they want to fucking do. Hopefully they will listen to us. And
at the same time, it totally feels like they're listening to the fans and allowing Becky to rest without matches, building to WrestleMania.
Well, the thing is, she's not injured, though.
By putting Charlotte in and going, no, you want to boo her. See, here you go. Now boo the crap out of her.
But the thing is, though, Becky's not injured, though. This whole knee injury is fake. It's kayfabe.
No, I thought she had an actual knee injury that just happened at a house show.
No, that was Becky Lynch getting attacked and laid out by Charlotte. That's why she was limping to. I didn't catch that because I missed the promo for the Ruby Riott thing, which had nothing to do with that matchup. It was more hyping up what happened at a house show when Charlotte took out Becky's knee. It's all a ruse.
God damn it! Damn them!
Because I was confused. What was going? Why was she limping? Did she actually get hurt, or I missed something?
Oh. Well, we all missed
but I thought it was great.
Wow.
I thought for a second, I thought for a fact that she was actually faking, like this was a whole fake thing. Like she was not injured in any. They didn't do an injury angle or anything like that. Like she was faking to get to the air, and then she was gonna. So, but no, it's. I mean, what they're doing, they are setting themselves up very well. They can easily remove Charlotte from this main event at any time if they choose to, because the story is built well and they could absolutely do that. Here's the thing. They're not. As of right now, they're not. Charlotte's going to be in the main event. If they do remove her, they can play it off very easily and go do something with Asuka. I mean, I want to see a rematch with that, but you could put her in still a big time match at WrestleMania. But that's the thing. Who knows? Though Asuka's not really much of a challenge anymore because Mandy Rose just pinned her on SmackDown.
Oh. Okay.
Like rolled her
Wait,
up like
what?
I guess it's like, yeah, in a match, like non-title match, but rolled up Asuka, like and got a pin, actually pinned her.
Oh, crap.
I mean,
really?
I love Mandy Rose. Don't get me wrong, I love, and you dude, when we get there, I'm gonna say it again, but you gotta watch the women's Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
You will be sold on Mandy Rose in that match. You'll be sold by Sonya Deville in that match. Because a lot of people are saying what would be a good matchup would be Sonya Deville and Asuka. With Sonya Deville's MMA background.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but Vince, Wrestle Talk pointed out good, because I didn't see this entrance as well, when the Elimination Chamber is. When the Fire and Desire, which is the tag team name they're using, came out. Sonya Deville came out first, and she came out stepped up to the side. Then Mandy Rose comes out, and it's gold, like the edges of blur. It basically blurs out Sonya Deville, and like you see, like she's in the area of the camera, like she's like in the blur. Wrestle Talk said this, like, well, they demonstrated exactly what Vince sees in this tag team. Mandy Rose, clear as day. Sonya Deville, blur her out.
Off to the side.
Not just off to the side, blur
Not
her
cool,
out.
Vince.
Like,
not cool.
blur her out. Like,
yeah.
We don't even need to really be able to make her out. But she did a great job. They both did an awesome job. So I'm fine with Mandy Rose getting pushed, but really, this quickly, build her up a little bit more before you give her a win over. We literally have only 5 people now, including Rose, who've actually pinned Asuka. So, who knows? But it just goes to show that Asuka's never gonna be used correctly with Vince. But
no, she's not.
Hopefully, we'll get the one-on-one match with Becky and Ronda, but I doubt it. But did you see the photo that was released of post Becky Lynch attack on Ronda Rousey?
No, I didn't.
She got busted open. Right here. It's not like a gush or anything.
Ooh.
Like, there's blood.
But
Like, it's like,
yeah, because it was reported that Ronda had asked Becky to hit her with her best shot.
oh yeah. We all knew it was coming, especially as soon as she gave it. I mean, I would have liked to see Ronda get some hits on Charlotte first. Kind of like how Austin will do, like let the guy beat some up, hit a finisher or something like that, then toast a beer with them, drink them, and then stun them. I would like to see something like that. But it worked.
Maybe.
It worked. And I loved how Becky, when she was escorted out of the arena, the security grabbed her arms, and she put her. They're not holding her arms behind her back. She puts them behind her back and holds it like she's a prisoner. And it's
I know.
It was hilarious. And it was just me, but Becky looked like Rogue from the X-Men. just without the strip
Really?
in her hair, like her jacket and everything. Like
Oh yeah.
it's just she didn't
Yeah.
have the white thing, the little white strip. She like is she supposed to be cosplaying Rogue?
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, so hopefully the WWE will give us what they want, especially since Vince McMahon thinks the product is stale. But who knows?
Yeah.
But speaking
All
of
right, next
stale,
up
what's our next bit
Is
of
a
it?
call
business?
up. What?
Yeah, we got call ups because Vince McMahon thought this weekend, woke up one day and said, the product is stale. We need some new blood on there. We need the best wrestlers we have on Raw now.
Yeah. So it happens that, and they're on Raw this week. 4 call-ups happened, and these people, I mean, all of them deserve to be on the stage. Of course they do.
Yes, they do.
But this was not the exact time to put them on that stage.
No.
So you've got
because first
Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Aleister Black all get called up at the exact same time.
so for one thing, it doesn't work is because you have 4 big towns all debuting at the exact same time.
Yeah.
We had this happen before. It was only 3 towns at the time. It was Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha. And that didn't go over well.
No.
No.
Becky got left behind.
Yep.
Bailey got left behind.
Yeah. So then we're going to do this now, but with 4. So they got to build up all 4 of these men at the same time. But here's the main thing, and that was the issue. They didn't get the announcement until Monday. They had to get a last-minute flight to come out there. I don't know if they actually got their own flight or if WWE sent the actual corporate jet to come get them.
I doubt it was the jet.
If they wanted them, if it may have been, they could have gone on the jet. I mean, if I was going to do this, I would have sent the jet because they're here in Florida, so you can just say you send it to Orlando. You tell them to go to Florida, and we'll get you here because that way, because it's such a last minute. Finding out if you can't get a flight.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they sent a jet, their corporate jet, to get them. But still, then they have to get to pack their bags, get their stuff, get to the airport, get there, find out what's going on.
Right.
All last minute, and it's just like, and then they had to go to SmackDown, wherever SmackDown was, for that as well, and then fly back to Florida for the NXT tapings last night.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for all 4 of them right now.
So it's just like bad timing, and then finally, it literally butchers what Triple H's been doing for the last 3 years in the main event of NXT.
Yeah, it does.
And how do they handle that on the tapings? Like ignoring it, like these guys didn't get called up.
That works perfectly.
Well, Wrestle Talks disagrees. They say that's just dumb because Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano have been like heels in NXT lately, and they were treated as baby faces on the main roster.
Which is why you ignore it.
But no, the thing is that, the reason why, I guarantee I know the reason why they ignored it. Because unlike the main roster, who has like 50 writers for their writing team, NXT has like 2, maybe 1. I don't know exactly how many, but they don't have that many. Oh. So the last night's shows for the next 3 to 4 weeks were already written and planned out. And
that's why.
I bet Triple H is like, no, we're not. I'm not pulling a Raw and scrapping everything that we've been building to. We're going to finish this out. So, which I'm glad because the story that they've been telling deserves a finale. Unfortunately for these 4 men, they're going to be doing NXT, Raw, and SmackDown going forward.
Ooh. It's going to hurt.
I mean, one thing they can do, like, I mean, after like WrestleMania, Aleister Black could probably come up to the main roster, because I think that was originally when he was planned to come up. They could they could have probably Tommaso Ciampa soon after that, be just regular on the main roster.
Yep.
But keep Ricochet and Johnny Gargano down in NXT for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because ironically, they could have called up Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era, but they didn't. We know why, because we'll say that in a second. But it's just kind of funny that, because I honestly thought, like, my plan that they're going to be doing was they're going to put the belt on Johnny Gargano, and Adam Cole will take the belt off of him.
That makes a lot of sense.
And keeping the Undisputed Era down there for a while longer. And really have that run the show and really be that dominant stable for multiple years in NXT. So when they get called up, they're hot. This just as hot.
Yeah. And they could probably lead the NXT takeover of the WWE.
Yeah, and I mean, and honestly, it gives Adam Cole run of the world champion, the NXT championship down there. You could put the North American championship on Bobby Fish. You bring the tag team titles back to the Undisputed Era for a record-breaking third time.
Yep.
And really have that run of everything. So for going there. But then you can also then have Ricochet be the one who takes the belt off of Adam Cole again.
Right.
So you have these options, like, I think, that they can do. It's just one of those things, how they're going to go about doing it. But here's the funny thing is, we just had a whole bunch of people called up back in January.
Yeah.
That really haven't done anything.
I know.
So, which just goes to show you the future of those talents. And one person hasn't even debuted yet. Lars hasn't debuted yet.
Well, that also is kind of on him as well, but
part of it, because he
come on, Lars, get through it.
He quickly just pointed that out. Lars had an anxiety attack when he was supposed to debut and had to leave the arena, and hasn't come back. Like, they keep wanting to debut, but he hasn't come back. We don't know much more beyond that, but that was the reason why he stopped. He didn't show up. I'm assuming there's something going on there that he just can't, that he's dealing with, and why he hasn't accepted it. Who knows?
It could be like a really weird case of stage fright.
It could be, because the NXT stadium here at Full Sail is small. It's awesome.
Yeah.
There's not a bad seat in the house.
No, but I mean, also you look at takeovers. The audience is dark. The audience is not lit up. So for someone with stage fright, it feels like you're in this small environment.
Yep. So it's really one of those things. So it could be
that he has that's his anxiety. It's kind of a stage fright.
It could be. We don't know, but that's just one of the reasons why. But everyone else hasn't done anything. Like, for some random reason, I cannot think of her name now off the top of my head.
What's her
Lacey
name
Evans.
from Sanity?
No, Lacey Evans.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Just came down during Elimination Chamber, walked the ring, and just turned back around and walked back out, which confused the fuck out of people. Because apparently Vince said, no, these people the NXT call-ups the last bunch just need to be seen. We'll figure out what we're going to do with them later. Yeah, it's been 2 months, and you just called up a whole new bunch of people.
That's
who
weird.
you have to focus on. Now, I will say this, out of everyone else who was called up, there is one who is positioned right now to be a big star, which is Lacey Evans.
Who's that?
Because it was leaked that after WrestleMania and Ronda leaves, they know who the 3 main women will be in the division. It's going to be Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Lacey Evans. because they want
Yes.
to push her because of her. She was a Marine. They like there's a lot of people backstage who love her gimmick, and because she's so well known for being a mom. Like she advertises that she loves being a mom. Her daughter is always at the tapings here, and all
That's
that.
awesome.
Like they're, and I guess I think she even promotes it out on like social media when she was down. Like so, it's like one of those things like they really they're gonna get behind her, which is great. And she gets better in the ring every time she works. So it's just put her in the fucking ring already. Let's have her match. Give her a feud. Because until you put her in a feud,
definitely.
we're not going to buy into her. So, but let's go. So there's also another reason why Vince kind of panicked and decided the product was stale and decided to do this whole call-up thing.
Yeah.
And it has to deal
So,
with his number
announced-
one guy apparently signing with AEW, which he did not sign with AEW.
No, he didn't.
We're
Ugh.
referring to the Undertaker, just so you don't, if you know, because Mark
Undertaker is
Calloway,
doing. Yeah.
yes, Starcast 2
Yeah.
which
So-
is going on the
Ugh.
same day as Double or Nothing. It is run by people who are linked with AEW, but they're two different people.
Yeah. It's a wrestling convention.
Yeah. They're doing it because it's on the same day is to get the hype of AEW.
Right.
But the AEW does not own it. They're not involved. A lot of the talent who are going to be at Double or Nothing will be doing Starcast, but they're not linked. But in Vince's mind, they are.
Yeah, because
So therefore,
he can't
in his mind,
figure out why.
Undertaker just signed with AEW, but he didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
I know.
it hurts my brain sometimes when I hear about things that Vince McMahon thinks. It hurts a lot.
Yeah, it just. Oh, and then not the Matt. We forgot to even mention this. There's heat between Vince and Triple H right now, because Triple H was left out of the loop when they decided to make the call of who's going to come up.
Yes.
Because when Vince said he wants the 4 best wrestlers now, and someone, because he doesn't watch the product, didn't know who they were, someone told him it's Johnny Gangaro, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, and Ricochet. And no one bothered to tell Triple H before it was too late.
Yeah, it sucks.
Luckily, Triple H actually was able to help Ricochet out and change his matchup. He was supposed to get Ricochet versus Finn Balor, which would be an awesome matchup.
Yeah, that would be an awesome match.
But Ricochet can't lose because it's his debut match. And Finn just won the Intercontinental Championship, so he can't lose. So Triple H was lucky enough to be able to get the match changed to a tag match. But made no sense because
Yep.
the night before, Bobby Lashley turned down Leo Rush after costing the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
So, and then again, not to overhype it, he's feeling the worrisome of AEW being a big player soon.
Which is, it's really weird. It's like, come on, Vince. Don't worry about it now.
No.
Do your product.
And especially,
The more you're panicking, the more you make dumb moves.
yeah. And not to mention that, we had another person ask for their release this week.
Yes.
Ty
Yes.
Dillinger has asked for his release. And based solely on his post on Instagram, it seems like he got it. But we don't know because no one's actually confirmed it. But he
Right.
gives his long thank you to WWE, people in the back and all that. So it sounds like he's actually on his way. He's leaving. But WWE has not confirmed it. And Vince has his mind frame. He doesn't want his company to be seen as where wrestlers leave. But actually, that's a correction because people have been saying where wrestlers leave. It's correction. He actually said where his top stars leave. And Ty Dillinger is not in one of his top stars.
Yeah.
He could be.
I laugh. There's what? It's been... Somebody did how long it's been since Ty Dillinger won a match.
Oh, how about had a match?
Oh, no, yeah. There's the had a match, which was like January.
No.
No?
He hasn't had a match since September. Because
Wow.
he had an hand injury. He had to go have surgery on. He's been out recovering. He's cleared to wrestle now. But so it sounds like he has asked for his release, and he may have gotten it. We don't know because no one's confirmed it, but it's a possibility he won't be released. But honestly, if I was Vince, and based on how they used, get rid of him. He's dead weight according to Vince because he's not being used, and he won't go to AEW. They're not gonna want him. They want our actual stars who've actually been on there, but not realizing that Ty Dillinger went through Valhalla Wrestling with Cody Rhodes. There's a relationship there.
Yeah.
They know each other. They're good friends. So there could be if he actually gets his released, he could actually end up in AEW because he would be a perfect place. Ironically, it would be a little weird because Peyton Royce is apparently his fiancée now, which I'm totally jealous of. But yeah, so I'm so jealous of Peyton Royce. I mean, I would love to. He's a lucky man.
Yes, he
But anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully he'll go on. He'll actually get his release, and he'll get to go on to AEW and better. And Peyton Royce, hopefully she'll follow because she's not going to get used.
All right. Well, let's move on to the Elimination Chamber.
Yes. At least someone watched it.
Yeah, I didn't. Total honesty. Did not watch the show. When I realized that it was on, I do 90% of my week's recording on Sunday. So when I finally went on, I realized it. The men's Elimination Chamber match was going on, and I realized that that's what was happening. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stop watching here because I don't know anything right now.
Yeah, I'll say this. I mean, the two Elimination Chamber matches delivered what they needed to. Apparently, the Cruiserweight Championship match was amazing.
Okay. But it's on the pre-show,
I didn't
so
see
it doesn't
it,
count.
but yeah. But I mean, like Akira Taz did I can't remember what move he countered into a top rope hurricanrana.
All right.
To Buddy Murphy. It was like a top notch match. Like people were saying it was great. And it just goes to show you that Buddy Murphy's not dropping the belt until at least WrestleMania.
Okay.
Which by this point, not surprised. So I heard that was a good thing, but Buddy Murphy did retain. The women's Elimination Chamber match opened the show, which was actually surprised because there's rumors that it was going to main event. But from what I've heard, Vince didn't think it was going to get the big enough pop at the end of the night or the reaction.
What?
To close out the show, so he switched. He made changes.
What goes through that man's head?
I don't know, but luckily, all they had to do was basically swap chamber matches because a chamber match was going to open the show and one was going to close the show.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
So it wasn't like they had to rewrite the entire show or anything. It's just they had to swap the matches, but it was good and it would have delivered. I think it actually would have the reaction that Bailey and Sasha got would have been even bigger if it was the main event because they were in the main event and they won
Right.
it. But overall, it was still a good match. It was a little slow in the beginning, but as the match goes on and more people enter in, it was great. There was a great spot where everyone hit moves on each other, and it wasn't like they're finishing moves like spot. It was like just hitting moves, and it was great. Right, and this was right before the Botch Fest came out,
The what?
and I do mean, yeah, I do mean Botch Fest.
Oh, yes. Those two.
I mean, yes, Tamina, and Naya. Thankfully, none of them hurt anyone in this match.
It's a miracle.
Though apparently Tamina forgot how to throw someone through the ropes, and Bailey had to basically walk through the ropes.
Okay.
And then when Naya was gonna try to spear or tackle Bailey through the pod, Bailey. This was on Bailey too, but Bailey. First off, when she's lining her up, Bailey is over by the ropes. She's not even in line with the pod when she's lining up to do it. And then when Bailey actually gets in line, she moves way too early. Like, so it was a little bit on Bailey, but it's just like, really? Yeah. But this match could have been a lot better, but there's a reason why it wasn't as good as it could have been, just because outside of Sasha and Bailey, there were no other veterans in there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, but every team, except for Carmella and Naomi,
Yeah.
helped. But that's also because of news that broke about Carmella and Corey Graves apparently having an affair. And
Yeah.
she got booed.
That was a.
She got, like, when they came out, they booed Carmella. Like, it was I didn't see the entrance, though, but apparently it was bad. So bad that before the show, they rearranged eliminations to get her out of the match as fast as possible, which just means the Iconics were going to be the first team eliminated.
Oh, I'm super glad then that they were not the first team eliminated.
Yeah, because I knew that was my prediction that the Iconics were going to be the first team, and there was a spot because when Tamina and Nia came out, they ran through all the other teams. The Iconics hid in a pod, of course, which meant they wouldn't wait for them to eliminate them.
Yeah.
But there was a spot when they were going to throw him back in the ring, and I saw Nia holding Peyton, and like, Nia, if you dare hurt her, you're done. I'm done with you. Like, you should be fired. Like, thankfully they didn't, but I was worried for a few minutes there. Same thing for Billy with Nia, with Tamina, but not as much. But overall, it was a good spot, and the fact that the two teams that started in the chamber were the final two teams was really good.
Oh, I didn't realize that the Riot Squad started off.
No, it was Fire and Desire. It was Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose.
Oh, sorry. I'm just looking. I did not see. Never mind.
And Sasha and Bailey, and it worked. And if anybody doubts Mandy Rose will be a big time player in WWE, this match will. And I'm not talking about just because of her angles, because I think a lot of people are maybe negative because she can't wrestle, so they're going to use her as a sexual kind of character. No, you see in this match that she is good. She still has a long way to go, but she could be the evil Trish Stratus that we really didn't get at the end. Yes, Trish did have heel moments, but she never really felt evil. She felt just like a bitch. Mandy Rose is not just gonna be a bitch. Like she could be make her like an evil.
Oh, cool.
Like that super hot model that knows it and is just gonna be a not even a bitch, but like just like tear you a new one, and I actually can back it up.
Stop describing my perfect woman, okay?
And then in the finish, where Sasha kicked out of the implant buster by Mandy, which for a second there I thought was I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna put it on them. They actually believed it. I was a little pissed off that they didn't put them on the Fire and Desire, but and then they really used Sasha's injured shoulder thing that they've hyped up lately. To the story going in was Bailey's gonna have to keep an eye on Sasha because Sasha's been injured. No, Sasha kept breaking up Bailey's from being pinned throughout the night. And then when she got Sonya Deville in to go for the bank statement, she couldn't, like, her arm just wasn't there. And Sonya goes, you know, the whole when Daniel Bryan had to basically make it look like Cass was holding his arm out here.
Yes,
we had that kind of spot, but unlike that, this actually looked good because it was selling like Sasha just can't. That's the injured arm. So Sasha came up with a solution. She used her leg to pull Sonya Deville's neck back to get the win.
Wow!
It's a beautiful, like, ingenious, like, okay, I can't use my normal way. How am I gonna do this? Instead of panicking, no, she used her veteran skills to use her leg, and it's just like it looks like it hurts too with the leg. And you see how bad when Sasha really pulls that back with her hands. Just go watch what she does, and you're like, oh my god, that actually does like looks like it could hurt you just as bad.
All right.
But we do have Bayley and Sasha as the inaugural NXT Tag Team Women's Champions.
The NXT Tag Team Women's Champions.
Now know. Yes. Yes. Can you tell where I want them to actually focus?
Yeah, I know.
But we do know that they will be defended on all three brands, including NXT. I actually sent you notice last night that I spotted Sasha in the back.
Yep.
On my way to a meeting. I didn't get a chance to take a photo, but
I was
walking by because they have the.
So I took what you said to me.
Yeah.
And I put it up as spotted at NXT tapings, the WWE Women's Champions. Few hours later, it's actually like right after the tapings ended. Somebody posted in Twitter. So yeah, the NXT champion, WWE Women's Champions were defended at during the NXT tapings.
They were not defended. They only did a promo.
Oh, okay.
Announcing that they were going to be defended in NXT as well. And they told the women of NXT they better bring it. So, which I'm glad to see because Sasha and Bayley are over as fuck in the NXT.
Oh yeah,
in NXT, and every time that they come down to defend those belts, they will like get that pop. They will. And there's a rumored matchup. It's not on the books yet, but there's a rumor that they want to do a fatal 4-way for the tag titles, one from each brand and the champions.
Okay, that would be cool.
So, yeah, so actually having some NXT women being on WrestleMania to get a shot at the tag titles with two other people would be great.
Make it a ladder match at WrestleMania.
Once obviously Becky, especially after they get Bayley and Sasha get past the botch fest at Fastlane, because apparently that's what they're defending against.
Cool.
Why does WWE keep pushing Nia? God, Nia, if you hurt any one of them, you're done. All right, so let's move on to the next matchup on the card.
Next up is the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It's the Usos versus The Miz and Shane McMahon.
The one match I got wrong,
Yes.
just because, well, we went. Didn't I call this?
Oh,
Though?
I know.
I called this, but I mean, I went with the smart money because honestly, it was a different situation. That Jay, I don't remember which one, was in, but apparently the Usos either signed a new contract or Vince is just trying to please them so they don't leave.
They're practically bulletproof right now. Like within the company.
Oh yeah.
Like they
Yep.
could have sex with a mannequin on stage and no one would say anything to them. They could kick a fake baby into the audience and no one would say anything to them.
It's just one of those things where it's just like, I mean, I kind of hope they do leave, just because, they've done everything they can right now. In WWE, you can keep putting the tag belts on them, which is great. Yeah, but you don't have any fresh new tag teams. You're not pushing, Sanity.
Nope.
You can, so you can't have. There's no point of having a match there, having the match there.
WWE,
Unless you decide to unless you merge the tag team divisions and put them on one show, then you can have some of these fresh teams. But again, the only really fresh team that we would get would be the Revival in the Usos, which would be awesome. But the Usos have kind of played with all those other people.
Yeah.
So, it's I kind of hope they do, because I think they could do far better out in the independents, New Japan, AEW if they want if they go there, but they could do so much more out there. For that, but we are getting a rematch, even though the automatic rematch clause is gone in WWE at Fastlane, but
whatever. Remember, it's Shane's rules here.
So,
Shane is the greatest in the world.
no. The next matchup on the card was Finn Balor going against Bobby Lashley and Lilo Rush. Unfortunately, our booking of the match did not go how we wished.
No.
But we weren't that far off, though.
No, we weren't.
I mean, Finn still beat Lilo Rush to win the belt. It's just Kevin Owens didn't show up, which sucks, but oh well.
Not everyone can have their fantasy bookings come true.
I know. But it is what it is. But time will tell.
Relatively short match, though.
Yeah, but it was a good story. I mean, they told the story that they tried to tell, which was Leo Rush came in when Finn was down, and once Finn recovered, he rushed back to get to Bobby, and Finn finally cut him off, and was able to take out Lashley and get the victory and win the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
And then we had Lashley destroy Lilo Rush for causing it, only to have them tag team the next night against Finn Balor and Ricochet, who made the save.
Those are really dumb decisions that are made by a very old man.
Yeah, but Finn has won gold, so I'm okay with it. It would have played off better if he actually could have beaten Bobby Lashley for it, but then we have Ronda Rousey defending against Ruby Riott, which lasted about 2 minutes.
It was 1:40.
Because that match was not there. That was just there to have him so Ronda could defend, be dominant, and then set up the angle that came after, which was amazing. Becky coming out on crutches. Apparently, they showed the footage of a house show where Becky crashed, and Charlotte beat her up and took out the knee. So that's why she was on crutches, because I missed that. And then Becky just wailed on Charlotte hard. They're not soft blows.
No, they weren't.
and and then offered Ronda a crutch to get some shots in on Charlotte because as payback for what Charlotte did to her at Survivor Series. Which I was actually, like I said earlier, I was hoping that maybe Becky would have let her get a few shots in before she attacked her. Do the whole Stone Cold. They work together. Before they both hit their moves, they celebrate with a beer, and then Austin turns on them. And all that. But Becky unleashed on Ronda, and from I didn't hear this because you just said it. But apparently Ronda told her to go for it.
Yeah.
Which just goes to show you that Ronda is a badass. Like she'll take it. She's willing to take a beating for this. She's into like, people. If there's any criticism out there that Ronda's still not 100%, like she's just working like to do this and cross it off her bucket list. You don't do that.
No.
If you're just trying to get a paycheck and just kind of cross something off you wanted to do at one point. She's committed. So again, Charlotte needs to be moved from the main event at WrestleMania so we just get the one-on-one match, but hopefully only time will tell.
Yeah. We went over that earlier. I feel it.
Yep. And then our next matchup.
But all right, next up
we had the no DQ match.
Baron Corbin defeating Braun Strowman.
We called this. But I was not expecting Bobby Lashley to get in there.
Yeah, that's weird too.
You know, this is kind of sad when you absolutely forgot that Bobby Lashley was involved in the angle that injured Strowman's elbow before he went and had surgery.
Yeah.
I remember Corbin and McIntyre. I completely forgot that Bobby Lashley was a part of it. And then he's back in this, and then on Monday he's not even. It's.
I know.
Not. We get a tables match, and they don't show up.
Yeah.
But we knew this was the whole no DQ was added so Baron could get a win, only to reverse the decision on Monday. I don't know what they're doing. I honestly think it was to set up McIntyre for WrestleMania or maybe Fastlane. But who knows? And then we had the men's Elimination Chamber. This was amazing.
36 minutes and 40
there
seconds.
There were so many good little stories. Yeah, it was so many little stories in here. It was great. Daniel coming out and kind of a promo about how everyone hates him in the back. And then this is just he has to start the Elimination Chamber and all that. And it's just like, it worked. And then we have Joe getting eliminated by Styles early on, which sucks because Joe didn't really get a chance to do much.
Right.
We had AJ getting eliminated by Randy Orton, possibly, hopefully, maybe setting up a match at WrestleMania for them. Kofi eliminating Randy Orton to pay off the 2009 feud that was just randomly dropped. Yeah. And then going an additional 15 minutes for Kofi and Bryan. Oh, for a second there, I thought they may do it. They may pull the trigger on Kofi. I wasn't really sure. I kept saying I doubt it, but man, they could.
So this entire thing originally started because Mustafa Ali had to step back due to injury, and Kofi was just put there to be a spot filler.
Yeah, and then he took advantage of it.
This is a moment of going, hey, you know what? Hey, kid, we're going to show you the brass ring. And then as they finish saying the words brass ring, Kofi's hanging from it going, yeah, I've got it. This is what you're talking about?
It's like we're gonna show you the brass ring. You're not gonna get it, but we're gonna at least show you it. And Kofi's like, "What? You mean this one?"
They're like, "Wait, how did you take it out of our hand?"
They're like, it's like, and like a lot. And Big E and Elijah are like right next to him. They didn't help him. He just has it. Like, it's like
I took it,
and it was like in the ring. The brass ring was like under bulletproof glass, locked, guarded by like 6 like Braun Strowman sized dudes, and he just has it.
and it still pops into his hand.
And now we do know it will be Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at Fastlane. I am a little disappointed that it's not to WrestleMania. But they could still do it, but I just don't see them doing it if they're going to do it now.
Well, okay, I have a thing that you can do. So we have the Kofi
What's that?
Daniel Bryan match set for Fastlane. Okay, cool. All you have to do at this point is just have them cut promos about how they're awesome. All right. At Fastlane, Orton attacks Kofi. Kofi can't have the match.
Okay.
Now you have to have that match at WrestleMania.
But then how do you pay off Randy Orton and Kofi being attacked?
That will happen at SummerSlam when it's Kofi versus Randy for the title.
Okay, Randy Orton in title opportunity, great. No. But no, yeah, that would be kind of interesting to see, but I don't see them doing that. It'd be great. Maybe because if they Luke Harper debuts this time, and that will get them to WrestleMania, and then we can have Kofi win it there. Who knows? But it doesn't. I don't. Maybe they will pull the trigger. I doubt it, but
I don't know. It's right now.
So, but
Kofi is what's in the WWE. He's what's fun right now.
He's not just fun right now. He's on fire right now. Because everyone loves like the New Day, but everyone has been. The reason why people are getting behind Kofi right now is because they saw the writing on the wall for the New Day. They don't want to really break up because they like being together. They're huge merch sellers, so why would we break them up? But at the same time, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to be really doing anything that's the tag team scene. So when Kofi got the spot, and then he went 60 minutes because they decided not to replan out the match. Because that was going to be for Mustafa Ali to really get that push. And it's just one of those things where it was like people were like, "Oh my god!" Like people were like, "No, we are behind Kofi. He deserves this. He's won every single championship except for our main championship. It's time. WrestleMania is the time to pull the trigger on him. He doesn't need a super long reign.
No,
but just think of it this way." New Day is already a huge merch seller. Just imagine how much more merch they would sell if Kofi won the title.
And you could still put the tag titles on Big E and Xavier Woods. And you could build them as another faction. Because it seems to be that they're kind of building a faction with Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. You know that they're going to probably put Luke Harper over there too.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got two different trios that you can have feud with each other.
All right. Well, overall for Elimination Chamber, it was a good show. It was like always the Elimination Chamber, the most predictable show of the night. But it was good action. I mean, outside of the chambers, we had good matches. Like the tag team titles for the SmackDown tag team titles were good. But Lilo Rush and like the Intercontinental, it was a good story. You could actually see the story. It was really good, but it could have been better. It would have been better if Finn beat Bobby Lashley for it, but we knew that's why they did it. Then the whole Ronda beating Ruby Riott. Yes, I get what the point was, but again, you just sacrificed Ruby. And she deserves better than that. And again, I can't believe I'm saying that because, as I said many times on this podcast, I was not a fan of her in any way, shape, or form when she was in NXT, but she's really found a gimmick here, her character. Cool. If they would only let her do something with it. But the angle between Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda was good. It was a highlight. And then again, both chamber matches did what they needed to do, and I'm gonna give this show a 4.5 stars.
Ooh, all right.
A little more than I probably should with the Baron Corbin,
Braun Strowman,
DQ match, Braun Strowman match, but overall I enjoyed it. So I'll give him the heads up, and also this honestly because it really is pulling the trigger on the women's tag title division is really another reason why. Honestly, they finally did it.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, ladies and gentlemen, down in the comment section, let us know what you thought of Elimination Chamber and all the news that we said. Be sure on your way down there to be sure to go give us that thumbs up. Yes, Adam, I see that big thumbs up in the camera.
Just gonna
like your face.
put it
it's
in front
ugly.
of my face. There we go.
That's only a thumb, and
Better.
that's even worse.
Now you can't see my face.
That's worse.
Anyway.
But I was wrong. Put it back. Anyway, give us a thumbs up. And then while you're right there by giving us a thumbs up, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Ring that bell.
Ding.
Join the fun.
Heck yeah.
And know when all other non-podcast stuff goes up. Because it used to be a podcast thing, and now it's a gaming channel.
And one podcast about... You know what? Waves, man. Waves. Other podcasts will come back at some point.
I know one is gonna be a while.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll bring it back whenever we can.
But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, be sure to comment down below, and give us that thumbs up and all that jazz. So, unless you have something more, Adam,
I do not at this time.
I want to stop looking at your hideous face. Okay, you done? Okay, good.